I'm gonna butcher you so badly. I hope you got lots of rebuys.
You're the worst player at the table. You don't
I
even know
love
it.
to be the worst player.
That's
but
what I
have
love.
the most fun.
Poker isn't just a game of cards. It's a battleground for egos, personalities, and hated rivals. We're spotlighting two of the most infamous feuds in poker history. First, the never-ending clash between Tony G and Phil Hellmuth, where trash talk and tempers have created unforgettable and unforgivable moments. Then, there's William Kassouf, the master of speech play, who's managed to make enemies out of nearly everyone he meets. So buckle up. It's time to dive into the most heated rivalries in all of poker. Rivalry 1. Phil Hellmuth and Tony G, a rivalry for the ages. Few rivalries in poker capture the sheer animosity, drama, and entertainment value quite like the one between Phil Hellmuth and Tony G. Now, their feud isn't defined by a single moment of conflict. Instead, it's a saga spanning years of verbal barbs, psychological warfare, and unrelenting animosity fueled by an underdying hatred. Tony G, needling early and often. The opening onslaught in this epic rivalry comes before the first card even hits the felt. Tony G wastes no time, needling Hellmuth with a mix of playful jabs and sharp-edged barbs. While his words might seem friendly on the surface, the underlying intent is crystal clear: to throw Phil off his game before the action even begins.
He's got like 70. How much you got?
I lost. No, I bluffed Phil. It didn't work. At least he didn't have aces, right? I'm gonna clean you out. I'm gonna clean you out, baby. I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna wipe you out.
Keep sticking 8,400 in with Jack 10 offsuit when you're.
I will do it on 100 stack. When it's 8.4% of your stack, it's not even like 6%.
I would have busted you. Don't worry.
You would have busted me. You feel good. I love you. You're the best, Phil.
You guys are the
I have to
best.
clean you out every time I play with you. I love it. Oh, I'm gonna butcher you so badly. I hope you got lots of rebuys.
You're the worst player at the table. You don't
I
even know
love
it.
to be the worst player.
That's
but
what
I
I
have
love.
the most fun.
I'm going to wipe you out, Tony declares with an unshakable confidence. It's vintage Tony G, bold, brash, and designed to provoke. Whether you love or loathe his antics, there's no denying his knack for creating a spectacle. But don't go anywhere. This exchange is just the beginning. As the rivalry heats up between Tony G and Phil Hellmuth become even more explosive, proving that their feud is the stuff of poker legend. Phil fires back. The rivalry between Phil Hellmuth and Tony G never fails to deliver moments of high drama and unfiltered entertainment. In this hand, the two poker giants loosen their ranges and dive into action with subpar holdings. What follows is a clash that combines marginal hands, sharp jabs, and a Hellmuth blow-up so iconic it's etched into poker history.
Tony G
All right. I raise it 1,000.
raises 1,000 with 5 high. Quick re-raise by Phil Hellmuth.
Bizarre small re-raise from Phil Hellmuth.
Ernest Wiggins is out of the way, so too is Daniel.
Things can get nasty at the end, right? The river was wild.
It's a bizarre raise because Tony's definitely not folding.
6-9-4 on the flop.
Check.
Goes check, check.
Now Hellmuth checks top pair.
2 pair now for Tony G. Bets 4 grand. Phil calls.
Looks like Phil may have been trying to set a trap with top pair of nines. Now calling with the worst of it. May have
At first glance, the hand appears unremarkable. A small pot in a high-stakes game with little to get excited about. But anyone familiar with Phil Hellmuth and Tony G knows that hatred lurks just below the surface. What seems like a routine hand is about to become a flashpoint in their fiery rivalry.
trapped himself.
Please.
And Tony makes a full house on the river.
10.
Call.
Bets 10 grand. Phil calls.
Good call.
Sees the bad news.
He has a full house.
You didn't raise?
At least maybe we'll get the blow up we're all waiting for.
I know you got a flush.
The 9. This guy's raising.
He's got a
raising.
9. You try.
Explosion's about to happen.
Bring the trike.
The turning point? Phil shows a 9 and walks away from the table in disgust. The irony? His frustration should be aimed at his own questionable play, rather than Tony G. But as we've seen time and time again, Hellmuth isn't one to quietly accept defeat.
Need the trike. Oh, you can't drive a bike.
God, it's
The wheels are
extraordinarily.
off.
Just so unlucky. I'm really getting sick of this. 4-5 offsuit.
Please, the game all evens out.
Bottom pair against top pair. Bottom pair against top pair.
Come on,
where he's going to pay me off another 7,000-8,000. But no, he fills up and wins 14 for me.
You're a disgrace to the game.
What do you come up with?
Cue Tony G, who just can't resist adding fuel to the fire. With a verbal jab so absurd it borders on genius, Tony ensures that the pot isn't the only thing igniting. His needling hits its mark, sending Phil's temper into a full-blown meltdown.
I'll tell you, can I tell you one thing, Tony? Can I tell you one thing?
No, you're a disgrace.
Can I tell you one thing or not? Or are you just going to interrupt me? Because if you interrupt, go ahead. I just won't say anything. But I think you want me to talk, right?
Why don't y'all book each other?
I just want to.
I offered him 2-1. He didn't want to do it.
I just want to tell you something, Tony.
2-1.
Yeah. I offered it to him. He said,
You offered me what?
I offered to book you.
Hey, Tony, let him. He's not. You see it.
Phil Lack. Phil Hellmuth wants the floor. Speak, Phil.
Enter Daniel Negreanu, the voice of reason in a sea of chaos. Known for his ability to diffuse tense situations, Daniel takes the high road, letting Phil have the floor to blow off steam. It's a savvy move. Arguing with Hellmuth only prolongs the inevitable.
Can I tell you something now, Tony? Or, I mean, can I say a word? I mean, I can say it, okay. No, I want to tell you the truth. You just hate being told the truth. That's what you hate. No, I don't.
Tony, let him talk. I want to hear. I'm curious.
Can I tell you one thing? I wish that I weren't a bad loser sometimes, but it's 10 times as bad to be a bad winner. And you're a bad winner, my friend.
Isn't the world made up of all kind of people?
80,000 in the ground. He's stuck right now.
He's actually losing.
I'm losing 100,000.
He just rubbed 4-5 in my face and told me how bad I played and whatever, and I'm a disgrace. That's a bad winner. You say what you want to say.
Action continues at this table of friends.
It's working.
You want to defend that, go on record?
Doyle Brunson calls the straddle.
He's losing. You're about even. He's losing, for real.
Phil doesn't just vent, he unleashes a tirade that spans several hands. It's vintage Hellmuth, raw emotion, epic rants, and unrelenting frustration. While this may not be the most unhinged outburst, it's certainly one of the longest. This hand is yet another chapter in the never-ending saga between Tony G and Phil Hellmuth, a rivalry that keeps poker fans coming back for more. Hey, are you enjoying the video so far? Subscribe and ring that bell to never miss a poker fight, epic win, or a sick suck out. The art of agitation. Tony G and Phil Hellmuth bring their legendary rivalry to life once again, combining skill, ego, and unrelenting psychological warfare. Tony isn't just playing cards, he's orchestrating a masterful assault on Phil's patience, blending strategy with relentless needling. He's not content with simply winning. He wants Phil to feel every ounce of the sting.
Raises to 3,000. Tony G calls. So does Phil Hellmuth. The loose cannon Ernest Wiggins gets rid of his hand. And the straddler calls.
This is a good opportunity to, if I could win this pot, I'd be de-steamed
This is the
in one hand
exact
from
situation where you won with ace-3 of spades, except you limped and he raised.
Nice read, Phil. I guess he's been getting life coaching from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
3-king-10 on the flop. Goes check, check, check over to Tony G. He bets 7,000.
Betting his flush draw. Hellmuth calls with top pair.
Daniel folds.
Deja vu. Deja vu. Look at that, Daniel.
Bottom pair not good enough for Phil.
That's sick.
Down to 2 players on the turn, which is the 6 of diamonds. A check by Hellmuth. Bet of 25,000 by Tony G.
Tony G's bet is a thing of beauty. Whether it's a calculated bluff or a setup for his outs on the river, it's clear he's firing on all cylinders. This isn't just poker. It's psychological warfare, and Tony is playing to win on all fronts.
Deers. And even though Tony has bupkis right now, he does have 12 outs. If Phil calls, Tony could still get there. Don't forget, young Padawans, Phil's a Jedi now, and he can dodge bullets, even with the blast shield down.
Well, I guess he's folding now, because I think Tony saw his hand.
Yeah, when Tony sees his hand, it's harder from the call.
Phil folds.
These aren't the cards you're looking for.
Good, you showed bluff, Tony.
Folds the best hand.
Nothing to show.
You can show it. I had king jack.
See the
Oh
river,
my
please.
lord, he folded top
See the
pair.
river.
It's an unexpected exchange where both rivals are being honest about what they had. This isn't common in poker.
I would have missed.
Would you say you would have missed?
I love Tony G.
I would have missed. I believe him too.
I don't.
I'm with Phil.
It's fun, more fun to believe him.
It's more fun to guess what, well, if I should have showed one card, there'd be no mystery. Now it's like, you know, I could have had something, I might have had nothing.
Good lay down, Phil.
Thank you, Doyle.
Phil Hellmuth's frustration is written all over his face. While he tries to keep his composure, the cracks are starting to show. Tony G's antics are undeniably getting under his skin, and his over-the-top reactions are part of what makes this pairing so electric. You can almost feel the build-up to the classic Hellmuth meltdown. Ace from space. In this iconic hand, the long-standing rivalry between Phil Hellmuth and Tony G takes center stage once more. From the moment that the hand begins, it's clear that Phil is on edge. With his hat turned backward, an unmistakable sign that his frustrations have already boiled over, he's already fighting an uphill battle. Meanwhile, Tony G is in his element, exuding confidence and seizing every opportunity to needle the poker brat.
Big slick for Tony G. Raised to 2,200. Pair of nines for Phil Hellmuth.
Phil's 3-bet many times with worse hands than this. I'm guessing we're going to see a raise.
Making a stand.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a stand here.
You don't have the guts to raise.
I love the Tony G. Phil
You don't
Hellmuth
have
show.
the guts, you know
guys
that.
make me happy, you know? I only want to picnic with you two guys.
Phil knows he's supposed to raise. He also knows it's pot limit pre-flop, so Tony probably won't fold.
I'm gonna raise it up a little
Whatever,
bit.
hand here.
5 more.
To 7,200. Lock folds.
Hand radar strong. You know?
I make it whatever. I make it 25.
Way too much history between these guys in this game this week for Tony to just call with ace-king.
The action starts with both players dealt strong starting hands, and Tony G wastes no time stirring the pot. He fires a bold 25,000 pre-flop raise, putting Phil in a precarious position. As Hellmuth mulls over his options, the tension at the table grows, with Tony's signature needling adding fuel to the fire.
There you go, enjoy that one.
Phil has just over 46,000 left.
You're pot committed.
Phil's definitely not pot committed.
What can I have here?
He said, yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I have you here.
That one. Get it in.
Priceless.
Push it in.
The pump fake,
Okay.
it goes for it.
Quick call.
I got a pair of nines.
All right, so it's a flip.
Ace-king, you missed pair of nines. Wow.
Just one time?
Some gambling.
Good luck to both of you
You guys
guys.
running it once?
Once.
One
is your-
time.
this is your
all
hand,
the
though.
cheese. Hellmuth could end up a winner.
Yeah, you double up here. You're a
On the
winner.
big game. Very possible here.
Tony ups the ante by declaring they're running the hand just once. The move is vintage Tony G, unapologetically aggressive and designed to put maximum pressure on his opponent.
Try that. I'm happy if Phil wins. I'm happy for you. That's the best you could do.
It's the best you could do.
Tony G's been waiting for a chance to knock out Phil Hellmuth all week long. To the flop, Jack 5 tray.
Safe.
Oh, there's
Safety.
2 aces burned in it.
A 9 would be good.
A 9 would be
A diamond is good no matter
safe,
what.
very safe. There's nothing
I'm
to
not
worry
safe
about.
yet.
Nothing to worry about.
Nines are holding so far.
Diamond, yeah, that could get you.
On the turn, a 5 of clubs.
Too easy. You've got it.
Okay, now I want insurance.
I'll give you insurance.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Insurance is a side bet where you basically bet on yourself losing the hand.
Well,
Wait, hold on. I'll take it
hang
for
on.
12,000 or whatever. I'll give you 10% juice.
All right, to 12,000, you got 10% juice. Let's go.
Yeah, so I could win 40 or
I've got
50 or
10%
60 or
juice.
whatever. Yeah, 12,000 is what you would win. I would win a lot more.
The river card. There's Tony's ace.
Ace from space.
And then it happens. An ace on the river. You'd think Hellmuth would explode in fury, but in a surprising twist, he remains calm. Why? Tony G had offered a bit of insurance earlier, promising to split the pot if an ace or king landed. For once, Hellmuth escapes the blow-up we all expect, finding solace in the rare generosity of his nemesis.
Okay, so 12,000. Yes, I finally won an insurance bet on high stakes.
We'll work it out by the end of the show.
This hand perfectly encapsulates why poker fans can't get enough of the Hellmuth-Tony G rivalry. The stakes are high, the personalities larger than life, and the action unpredictable at every turn. While it's not Phil's most explosive moment, the tension, banter, and drama between these two poker icons make it an unforgettable clash. Stay tuned, this rivalry is far from over. Tony G's ultimate deception. Our final clip in the saga of the Tony G versus Phil Hellmuth is nothing short of legendary. Tony G, poker's ultimate provocateur, decides to up the ante, not with his cards, but with his words. In a game where bluffing is an art, Tony crosses a line that even Phil Hellmuth, the king of poker tirades, didn't think was possible. This isn't just a hand, it's a full-blown psychological meltdown.
Full straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not. I'm putting more money in there for the good players.
That's like wasted money.
You can raise him comfortably knowing that he hasn't looked at his cards.
Action folds to Rankowski, who's out. Phil Hellmuth, ace-jack.
A lot of money out there already, and it's unopened.
Real money.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked, right?
Well, I think I looked. Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in.
66.
Tony repots it with ace-king.
All right. You slow down. You slow down a bit.
Tony glances slyly at his cards, his every move calculated for maximum impact. While the audience knows exactly what he's holding, Phil is left in the dark. In classic Tony G fashion, he fabricates a bold lie, weaving a story so convincing that Phil can't help but take the bait.
You gonna save the rest?
Not if he believes you haven't looked.
Hellmuth now facing a raise and an angle shot.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well. Right? You could play good.
Without looking too?
I'm not looking. I haven't looked. I don't care. I know it's a random hand, and I got a random hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one see him?
He's saying you didn't look?
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie. You can check my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look at either card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't
I
looked.
can't say anything, but...
Tony ups the stakes by showing his cards to Joe, adding an air of legitimacy to his story. Phil, unaware of Tony's deception, evaluates his ace-jack as an easy call, if Tony's claims are true. But Tony's performance is flawless, leading Phil straight into the jaws of his trap.
I'm not gonna look.
That's between you and Phil.
He says he hasn't looked. He hasn't looked.
I didn't see
Do you
it.
believe him? Yeah. He said he hasn't looked. Only Joe looked.
Did you look at your cards at all? I mean, it's...
Look, the people at home know I haven't looked. Joe's looked at my
if
hand.
you haven't looked, it's kind of an easy decision for me here.
We can run it 10 times as well.
Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
All right.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker.
You can see Tony relishing every moment as Phil starts to unravel.
Phil, what do you think this is?
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Wow.
What do you think, I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well,
it?
I asked you if you had looked or not.
Do you want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
Three
I
times.
I always lose, so. You kind of deserve to lose the first one.
I do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, let's consider totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say
what
you're
happens
blind
on
when
this
you're
table
blind.
in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want.
So
When do you
all
tell
the
the
rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window
Well,
for you.
call the floorman. If you think my hand might be dead, then.
That's horrible etiquette to say you didn't look at your hand, and you know, this really bad etiquette. But
What do you think? I'm a kid?
Tony insists he's playing within the rules, and technically he's right. But for Tony G, the line between playful needling and outright antagonism is a distant memory.
Phil,
We're talking about etiquette.
I'm a poker
You're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes. I know it's the same thing.
I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you pulled all the
We're
top players...
talking about the strength of our hand, and I'm selling
Let's
you...
just bet 100,000 if we pull the top 20 players. We'll ask about your etiquette. Or maybe we'll bet a quarter million.
I can bet on myself, and I can be
Why don't
very
you just
happy
bet
with my own.
You know it's bad etiquette.
Phil, this is a poker TV
it's
show.
bad etiquette.
This is a poker TV show.
Well, don't argue with me then.
You
Don't
come
try
in
to
as
make
the best
excuses
player in
and
the world,
lie.
taking me on. You're
No,
coming in my
don't
house.
This exchange is just getting warmed up, and the words get even more heated from here.
Why?
And I'm destroying you.
You know
in
it's
every
bad
part
etiquette.
of the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well
it's
then
like a rule of poker. It's like it's
why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game, Phil. If you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand. Will
Tony,
not
look,
you pay
if this is
attention?
the way you want to win, you can win this
I
way.
haven't done anything illegal. I looked at my hand. Everyone
No,
saw it.
when
that
you
paid
flop
attention.
straights and you say, I have a flush draw.
All right, you're a
ha, ha,
policeman.
ha,
Could you make a comment? We're doing it 3 times.
Okay, how many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one again.
I do.
So you...
Even by Hellmuth standards, this tirade is monumental. The cards haven't even hit the felt yet, and the two are already at each other's throats. And with the decision to run it 3 times, the drama is only just beginning.
Jake. So they're going to run it 3 times with the winner of each run taking a third of the pot. Flop. King 9 tray.
Tony pairs his king, Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now that it's not running once? If you ran it 11 times, you know you'd win like 4.
Phil taking the high road.
I'm gonna run 11 times.
I drink it up.
Turns a jack.
That's bad for me. I need that jack on the next round.
Yeah.
That's really bad for me.
Unless you get one now.
Yeah, unless I get
Means you
one
won't
now.
get any more. Win any more.
Terrible card for Phil. One less jack he can hit on the next run.
Give him the jack.
River, ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck.
Tony continues to torture and needle Phil relentlessly. He is truly pulling out all the stops and going for the jugular.
For you here.
Here comes flop number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
Well, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the way I am.
Turn number 2, ace of clubs.
Phil's not even holding a club, so no flush draw can save him. He's looking for one of the 2 remaining jacks.
River, another 5, and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush, don't rush. We might keep you in.
Tony's verbal warfare reaches its peak. His relentless antics have left Phil visibly shaken, struggling to process what just transpired. Tony's lie wasn't just a bluff, it was a masterstroke in psychological manipulation. Love him or hate him, he tricked 17-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner Phil Hellmuth.
7, no help to Phil.
Okay, the last 10. 3 10s. You can take insurance too.
Yet another needle from Tony.
Our final river, Phil's gonna need a 10. It's a jack.
Whoa, you got there!
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No, sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was
No,
that bad
I didn't
etiquette
believe you.
too?
So Tony, so look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay, no problem.
But good game, man.
All right, I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Comes out.
By now, Tony G has gone so far over the line that it's a distant memory in his rearview mirror. So Phil, visibly shaken, struggles to process what just happened. The disbelief on his face is genuine as he can't believe the unthinkable betrayal of lying at the poker table.
All right, thanks.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
This is awful. What Tony's doing is horrific.
I think it's bike time. You know it.
Good game, everybody.
Take your man, and you boys start driving the bike like this. You guys are outclassed. You don't belong in this level, Phil.
Can you believe he lied about his hand?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that in a high limit game in your life? Tell the truth.
It's extremely strong because it's something you would never do.
Have you ever seen someone lie about their hand when they say they're in the blind? Ever in your life? Tell the truth.
No, I've never.
It's horrible etiquette. That's how he has to beat me, lying about stuff? I mean, he's crossed a lot of lines. That's the worst.
This hand isn't just a highlight in their rivalry, It's a defining moment in poker history. Tony G's willingness to push boundaries sparks debate and genuinely stuns fans. Was his deception a stroke of genius or a step too far? For fans of drama, only one thing is certain. This hand delivered on every front. So, what do you think? Did Tony cross the line, or is all fair in love and poker? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure that you never miss a fueled rivalry, sick suck out, or epic meltdown. Subscribe and ring that bell, and thanks for watching.